Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And today I'm going to be using the Wildwood tarot cards. And I'm just asking the cards for guidance as to how we can best make use of the energies and the opportunities that this upcoming week will bring. Okay, so I'll start with the first card, which represents the beginning of the week. And that's beautiful. We've got the moon on water. So the beginning of the week is going to be a very, I want to say a very mysterious time. But the beginning of the week will be a time where we're going to be having some pretty powerful dreams. We might feel a stronger urge to meditate and go within, and we also might feel a little bit frustrated by the fact that we don't know everything that's going on. So it will feel like a lot is going to be happening that is kind of outside of our awareness, and we'll be aware enough to notice that and to feel like there's kind of things going on under the surface and behind the scenes that we're not, information that we're not privy to. And it's going to feel pretty annoying for a lot of us. So it will be helpful to just sort of kind of let that go and just try not to care about that and to worry about that. And you don't want to necessarily try to figure out what's happening with other people, but you do want to try to figure out what's going on with yourself. So if you feel kind of stumped by your own feelings and your own behaviors and your own desires, the beginning of the week is the time where you can really go within to get answers. So even doing like self-hypnosis or guided meditation, lucid dreaming, or automatic writing, whatever it is that will help you sort of dive beneath the surface and kind of explore your unconscious or your subconscious mind. Okay, so next we've got Nine of Bows, which represents respect, and this symbolizes sort of moving into the week. So this is more like the middle of the week, so Wednesday and Thursday. And Nine of Bows would be, I believe, I think it's Nine of Wands in a Rider-Waite deck. And what I'm getting from this card, this guy is really scaring me. The more I look at him, the more freaked out I feel. His eyes are like really crazy. The card says respect, and I feel like this is all about boundaries. So feeling like it doesn't feel like we're going to be needing to really guard our boundaries, but we need to respect our own boundaries and respect the boundaries of others. And what I'm getting is, just because you respect other people's boundaries doesn't necessarily mean they're going to respect yours. But if you respect your own boundaries, that really kind of sends out a signal that you're not to be messed with, or you're not to be pushed around. And you don't have to do anything drastic here. You don't have to be defensive or aggressive or really on guard. But you just have to know what your boundaries are, and you have to have a healthy respect for your own boundaries. So when I talk about that, I guess what I'm trying to say is, we all know that feeling when we have a boundary or something that's important to us. Like, for example, let's say you tell yourself, okay, I'm not going to work weekends. I'm not going to work this weekend. My weekend is my time to rest. And then you get asked to work on the weekend. And at first you might say no, but then you kind of feel a part of yourself kind of laying a guilt trip and talking yourself into it. And then you kind of crack and say, okay, well, maybe I can work for 4 hours on Saturday. And then you feel kind of weak, and maybe you kind of lose a bit of respect for yourself. So that's what I mean when you maybe don't fully respect your own boundaries. And it's okay to be flexible with your boundaries. It's not like boundaries have to be solid and unmoving all the time. you can always change them, and you can be flexible with them, but you have to know what they are and have a healthy respect for your own boundaries. So I feel like that's kind of the challenge of the week. Okay, and the end of the week, we've got Knight of Vessels, so Knight of Cups, and this is represented by the eel. And I feel like this is all about movement. I feel like the weekend is about movement. Not necessarily, moving forward or moving backward, but I feel like I don't want to say it's not a time of action. It feels like it's a time of movement as it relates to emotions and feelings more so. So I feel like it's a time to let particular feelings move through your body and be released. So if you've been holding on to any particular emotions around particular events, so whether that's fear or resentment or and it doesn't necessarily have to be negative emotions, it could be positive emotions too, like excitement or total joy. And if we try to hold on to an emotion, emotions are like slippery eels. I mean, they're meant to move through our bodies. They're not meant to just stay stuck. So whenever you have a negative experience with an emotion, like for example, fear, like if you feel like you're paralyzed with fear every time you want to do something, or anytime you want to travel, you're paralyzed with fear or something like that. That's when an emotion is sort of stuck in your body, and you want to be able to feel the emotion, acknowledge it, and really let it be where it needs to be until it wants to move. And when you accept your emotions, they'll move through you quicker. When you don't accept them, they can stay kind of stuck in your body. So I feel like this weekend, it doesn't feel like a challenge weekend, but it feels very positive. It feels like you're finally going to be able to let some of the more negative emotions be released and move through you. And it's not going to be an unpleasant experience. It will actually feel somewhat cathartic, I guess, in a kind of a creative way. So it will feel very therapeutic. And I always see the Knight of Cups as being kind of a creative card, and he's sort of an adventurer. And in that sense, I feel like doing particular art projects that will be sort of an outlet for releasing emotions will be really helpful for us this weekend. So whether that's writing or journaling or painting, something, or even like singing, something that's creative and fun and will help you really shift your emotions. Okay, so I'm just going to take a quick step back and look at all these cards together. I feel like this is a powerful week. It feels like a powerful week for, getting really strong and clear on our boundaries. And the more we do that, the more we're able to kind of shift our emotions and release any kind of negativity that we've been holding in. And as we do this, that allows you to be, more creative and more open to inspiration and open to more opportunities. Because and I don't want to just talk too much about this card, but when you hold certain emotions, it's kind of like you sort of close yourself to new emotions and new opportunities. And once you release that and get things, you get your energy moving, that's when you really kind of open the gates to new experiences. And that's when you can start drawing new experiences into your life. Okay, so good luck this week. And make sure to check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I've got daily tarot card readings on there. So each day I do a daily reading on my blog, and there's lots of tarot card spreads you can try out and lots of fun stuff. So have a wonderful week, and thank you so much for watching.